Of course it switches to. I'm never gonna get used to that. Hi, hello, welcome back to Devil May Cry analysis, and I'm not gonna be really analyzing more, just skimming over the stuff that we see, or that will be seen in this interview with Hideaki Itsuno, the director of Devil May Cry's 2 through 4, as well as Dragon's Dogma, and I think something else. Um, but there's quite a few things I'm just going to glaze over because there's not that much information. It's mostly him talking about, how, oh, this needed this, the producers like, oh, hey, this needs to be something of quality. It needs to be, a Devil May Cry game that people are going to know that, yeah, they put some heart into it. And instead, he chose to just use this with, I believe, the RE engine, which I think is the Resident Evil 7 engine. If it's not, then oh well. But a couple of very interesting things. It's being said right now, but I'll go over it anyway. And there's also a couple of other newer things in here that I've seen that I didn't catch possibly in the trailer, or it's just being shown right now for the first time ever. But the first things first is it does confirm that there's going to be a novelization. It's flat out. He's saying Hideaki Itsuno says that Nero was gifted the Devil May Cry side, the neon Devil May Cry side from Dante, but that's only going to be seen, not in the game, that scene, but it's going to be seen in the novelization, which we got for 2, 3, we got one, well, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 was what confirmed, until like an art book actually confirmed it, that Virgil is Nero's daddy. But it's going to be very cool to see that they're sticking with the way they did the other games. And right here, you could see these are actually these were the bog standard enemies of Devil May Cry 3, which is very interesting to see these sandy bastards come back. Some other little aspects that I see, especially when he's fighting those little praying mantis looking bastards. If you see that right there, you can actually see the cuts that Nero makes on these enemies glow on the enemies. So whatever direction that attack is coming and hitting that enemy, it actually shows up where and how that enemy was cut. And that is a very small detail I'm very much enjoying. And this also reveals when, here we go, so with that comes the fact that, hey, so we're going to be able to play it. There's going to be demos at Gamescom, which not surprising. It's the next pretty much major gaming convention. It's going to be in August, and that's going to be very fun. But some other things coming up, coming from popbastion.com. Obviously, it goes over the trailer again, but it also shows us a couple of newer things. So, years have passed since the event Devil May Cry 4, and a lot has happened, possibly even Devil May Cry 2. Young demon hunter Nero has lost his Devil Bringer. But hey, he's now heading his own branch of Devil May Cry. So, it's not what I expected, which was Dante's been gone, and Nero is pretty much taking over entirely Devil May Cry, but instead he has his own branch in a different city. Think of it kind of as like, Batman in Gotham and Nightwing in Bloodhaven, if you know anything about comics. And it's just going to show off a little bit about the woman who's named Nico, who she's kind of grown on me, but she's just a little too annoying for me. And it's going to start talking about also what she's going to be doing for Nero prosthetic-wise. So it turns out, it said also in that interview that the new arm is called the Devil Breaker, or rather the different arms that Nero's going to be getting are going to be called Devil Breakers. So from what I could see, or from what I saw, there's going to be many different versions, and I think that's what's going to be Nero's, I guess, switch around. He's not going to have a new weapon. He's not going to have a new gun. I don't think they're going to do that. I think you're just going to be sticking with Blue Rose and Red Queen through the whole game. But, what lacked from Nero in the last game is that he didn't have anything to switch between. Like Dante had his different weapons. So possibly, from what I can tell, the Devil Breakers are going to be what Nero cycles through throughout combat. Obviously, there's different versions. There's a different version where you can do the Buster attack, which is basically that grab and not much of an execution, but just more of a heavy attack, a grab heavy attack. There's a version where you can just project this large hand, which might actually serve as a counter if you look a little bit more at that fight between Nero and that larger demon. And obviously, there's a version that can shoot lasers, and a version, that can just grab over. I forget the name of that fucking skull thing that Nero gets to get that. But there's so much to it. So, a new demonic invasion has begun with the seeds of a demon tree. So that's what that giant thing in the sky is. Being sown in Red Grave City. I don't know how to take that. Look, that's cool and all that you use names, but like that's a city possibly named after the guy that made Dante's guns. Continue. Now fully equipped with his trusty Red Queen and Blue Rose and a new arsenal of rad robot hands thanks to his partner Nico, Nero must rise up to the impossible task with such a Sons of Sparta. Now this is where I first learned before seeing that picture of the three, Dante, Nero, and whoever the new character is. However, Nero is not alone in this fight. Our gameplay announcement trailer both focuses on Nero and his new set of tricks, but Devil May Cry 5 will feature 3 playable characters with their own unique over-the-top playstyles and flair. And this will just go over. Can still max act. Oh, beautiful. It's just going over what they're using. But another thing seen on this website for Pop Bastion, if I can look up Devil May Cry again, because apparently it just wants to take me out of it. Devil May Cry. Is that it also showed when the next info release will be. And that'll be... it shows it on this one, I believe. Because I know it says... before March 31st for Devil May Cry and Resident Evil 2. Dante's looking better in that picture. There you go. He isn't missing a teeth. He just has jagged teeth. Kind of sad. Press release today, Capcom, blah, blah, blah. Fiscal years, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is the wrong one. Excuse me. That is my bad. It will be playable at Gamescom. There we go. This was it, I believe. And we actually get to see Nero surfing on his arm, which actually... lots of little details here. This game was definitely made with a lot of detail. Okay, I just can't find... Oh, there we go. It says it right there, and I'm fucking stupid because I'm reading the bottom of it. Pardon me. So, Devil May Cry 5 next info reveal set for summer 2018. So, we're right in the middle of summer 2018. My guess is it's going to be somewhere in the middle of July. Possibly, anywhere, just anywhere in July. But it also says that, hey, Nero's battle theme has been officially revealed. So for those of you who haven't looked it up yet, Nero's battle theme, Devil Trigger, is already out, which was fucking unprecedented. Like, you know how you watch an anime, if you're an anime fan, or you watch a show, or you see a commercial, and there's a song that's out, or in it, but it's not out yet. And I think a lot of Devil May Cry fans have been that way with certain Devil May Cry games. And we're getting Nero's theme right off the bat. And so that's so cool. That's a step in the right direction to pander towards Devil May Cry fans. But yes, Casey Edwards featuring Allie Edwards. So I guess related. Anywho, so our next tidbit of information, which is either going to be Dante's combat or who the new character is. I think everyone's hoping it's who the new character is, and possibly showing off the combat of Nero and this new character at Gamescom is going to be, the big emphasis there. But who knows? So, lots of new info, lots of looking around through it. So Devil May Cry definitely going to be before March 31st. That's a good thing. They said spring 2019. When there was a bunch of leaks back, it was going to be in the fiscal year of 2019. So it was between like March of this year and March of next year pretty much. And so that'll be that leak was pretty true. I need to go over that leak again and see what they said about that third character. I think all they said was it's going to be a very powerful character, so who knows? It's definitely no one we know. unless they like just put this guy here as a place marker for Virgil, which I really doubt. He's got so much detail to him, so much detail on his tattoos. He's got this long black hair, this long trench coat. I mean, he looks kind of basic compared to, Dante and Nero, especially Nero and Dante in the past. Devil May Cry 4, possibly a little bit over designed with the outfits, but it still was just so detailed and beautiful. And, it's. I'm just very interested to see who this third guy is. It's very interesting because I'm a big fan of Dante. Dante's, one of my favorite game characters out there. Devil May Cry is probably my second favorite game series next to Zelda because Zelda's, was my like fucking childhood before I got into Devil May Cry. But no, I'm definitely interested in seeing who this new guy is. There's a little bit more details. There's stuff coming off of his fucking trench coat, his sleeveless trench coat. But we'll have to see what's going on with that later on. But until then, until next time, until we get some more info, which will probably be in July. It'll be until then, until I make my next update, or unless they give us just like a little bit of tidbits or some leaks come out or whatever happens, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I know there isn't that much of you, but for those of you who watch and listen and want to keep, listening to my analysis, it means a lot to me. But thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Do what every other YouTuber does at the end of their fucking video, and yeah, you have a good day.